Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is gonna be um, Time at the Bench Tuesday #2, and this right here is just this series that I'm gonna try to start here is basically coming from like the group of guys over at ISM and Pete Gooding, who runs Mini Warzone. He's a big figure painter. Really like talking to him. Really like following his show. Um, and then my good friend Richard Sessions, he is Tattoo for You. He also runs a weekly show with him and his wife. They do their Weird Wednesdays, and then they have a Q&A also. I'm going to leave my Q&As till Thursday, but this Tuesday, guys, just to freshen you up, it's just going to be me talking and, jibber jabbering. Hello, John, Timothy, and Terry. How are you guys doing? Um, so basically, I have a question for you guys, and then you guys can reply either to my Facebook page, which is Mr. Mini Dreams on there, or you can respond to this video once I get it posted. Um, hey, good morning, Bill. What is most important to you when it comes to your workbench? You guys still there? I don't know what the heck happened. Don't look like anybody's watching. Alright, let me switch this, see if I can't switch the camera back. Alright, you guys there? I don't know what happened, Terry. It just, all of a sudden, my screen went black and says, do you want to continue your live stream? But like I was saying, what's important to you when it comes to your bench or your work area? For me is I like convenience. I was watching Gilbert yesterday, or maybe it was Sunday, Red Dragon Model Works, and he was talking about what he had bought at the show. And in process of doing that, he was, if you guys watch Gilbert and do his live shows, right where he was is he didn't have to move his chair very far. Everything was where he needed. He wanted to show us different paint brushes that he chose to use for different paints. And that's the way my bench is set up. My bench is set up for convenience. I know Matthew Cunningham. I think it's Matthew Cunningham. He is the MC Model Garage. Where he works, his paint booth, his hot box, and all that stuff is all together. Well, for me, I have my bench set up for convenience too. I don't have everything I want is right here. Like you can see, I've explained the way I built my paint rack here. Is all my paints are in front of me. I got my fillers over here in that corner. Got my model knives up here, and you see I got 10 model knives always together. I got my scribers, my saws. Up here I have my tapes that I like to use. I have my clippers to hold parts when I paint right here. All my paint brushes are right there. And, then I have my storage drawers over here. And then right here beside me is a white cabinet, and inside this white cabinet I have tools for, say, this right here is my screwdriver, pliers type stuff right here. Down here I'm going to have, oops, sorry guys, my tweezers are in this box, my drills over here, extra razor blades, different type of knives here. A big stash of number 11 blades. There's probably 1,000 blades right there. Then in this next drawer is where I keep all my sanders and my UMP stuff. The next drawer underneath that, which I have out right now, would be where all my mold stuff is, and my Dremel and everything's right here beside me. And my glues are right here beside me. Right here is where I keep my solder in that box there. And then right here. Todd, can you see the picture? And then right over here is where I keep my foil and my styrene sheet and then my hinges. And you see, my whole bench is covered with glass, so that way it's easy for me to, scrape off glue and stuff like that. So I'll let you guys think about that all week. Yeah, that's my question this week for you, Bill. What is important to you when you guys are at the bench? Is it convenience? Is it space? Is it the ability to work enhanced by being more organized and having more space? Or does it still get cluttered? Because I have a 6 foot, well, maybe not 6 foot. Yeah, probably a 6 foot bench top. And it still, like you guys can see right now, it gets cluttered. It still gets cluttered. So it seems like you make yourself space to work and you just fill it up with more stuff. Well, Todd, I'm just one man building plastic. There's plenty of role models out here. I try to be respectful. I try to be informative. I crack jokes. I'm very funny. Yeah, John, but look, even you yourself, John, just had to clean up your bench, so you know what I'm talking about. We'll be doing something, and then before you know it, it just blows up. There's time, to me, I think there's time to play, and there's time to be a dick, per se, but when it comes to my hobby, it's something I'm passionate about. I see people trying to teach their kids baseball or basketball or something, and then when the kid's not getting it, they're hollering at them, and it's like, pull your head in the game, get in there, and we can't approach a hobby like that, because sometimes it gets grounded out. My dad was a model car builder. One of my uncles built for a little bit. I got into it because it was time spent with my dad, and then I just grew and grew and grew, and my wants inside the hobby kept getting bigger and bigger. And some people don't take to the hobby like us other ones do. They'll pick up a model, they'll build it, it gets stuck on the shelf for a little bit, and then next thing you know, it's back in a box, and they don't build again for 6, 7, 8 years, and then they come back, and it's just what it gets. So I'd rather be a friend and promote the hobby than being somebody that his shit don't stink, because I got a lot to learn. I'm trying to learn from other type of builders and other builders per se. But what am I doing today? Well, right now I took a set of Steve Zimmerman wheels, and they're based in the UMP black primer. And I want to, in my head, I want to take, and I want to paint them this bronze. So I based them in primer. These are aluminum slots I got from Vision 124. And when I got them, see if I can't get this to focus. This is the bronze color I want to use. It don't look too bad. When I got them from Vision 124, George sent them to me. One of the lips was sanded off funny, and it was uneven. So you had one wheel that was wide like this, and then you had another wheel that was shallow. So what I did is I took the ring that was good, I molded it. Yeah, you know what, John? For years I used the Testors enamels, and I got upset with, if, say, I opened up a new orange and I just did some side marker lights. I put the bottle up, I twisted it fine, you know, and I go back to get it to do an engine block, and it was gummy. It was like it started to dry out. And man, I'd have to go through paints maybe once every year, you know, and it just got to be, I was getting pissed off, you know, so I asked around about this Vallejo, and my friend Anthony over at War Dog Models, he gave me a test sample of about 5 or 6 colors, and I used them on the ScaleWorld.net rebuild for the Toyota BRZ, Subaru BRZ, I mean, and I really liked it. I liked the way the colors dried. I like how they built up and didn't get very thick. And so I started buying the full range. Well, I bought the colors I would use. The full range is like, shoot, 600 colors, I think. Doug, it's a good paint. What I really like about it, Doug, is they're an eyedropper bottles. They have this little tip on it right here, so that way, instead of having your whole paint exposed, you just put a little drop. I just do a little drop on a mirror like this, and that's all I need. And then it thins with distilled water. You can see it's, you know, it's a little thick, but it moves with the it works great with distilled water. And then this right here, that right there will go a long ways. You won't believe how far along that right there will go. Speaking of which, while I got you guys on the horn here, my wife bought me some of these little, my wife bought me some of these little vapor refill juices. Gil over at Red Dragon, yeah, that Krylon paint, Krylon's better. Rust-Oleum's a little thick. It's made for durability. Hey, what's up, Clifton? Bill, I haven't had no issues with the Vallejo paint, but I only brush paint the Vallejo paint. So I don't airbrush it, but just to show Doug, I just take the distilled water, I take it from a jug and put it in here. I also have some alcohol, but that's for some other reasons. And then, let me point the camera down to you, Doug. And then I just put a little drop of water on the side of it. I don't put it in the paint. I just put that little drop of water right there. And I dip my brush in the water. And then I go to the paint. And then, since I'm painting this wheel anyway, so I do this. Let me get some light over here for you guys. And then basically, I just go in there and I start brushing it. Usually I take a layer or two, you know, just to get a good coverage. You know, just like that, Doug, you know. It's going to give you another different look, and it brushes on good. Hobby Lobby sells this for $2.99 a bottle. And there's a place called skillhobbyist.com. They have sets. They have tons of different sets. And so get on Scale Hobbyist. Go in there and look. I bought stuff that I would use, Doug, like blacks, browns, grays. Then, you know, so don't, you can get overwhelmed. They have some bigger sets of like 72 colors for $200. They have, and it's broken down, like they have a Panzer set. They have, what else do they have? They have Panzer. They have, I'm using model color. So they have they have model air. They have game color. They have game air. Let's see. They have a whole line of just, I'll show you this. They have a whole line of just Panzer. And it will say, you know, it will say Panzer series in there like that, you know. But I'm buying them based on the color. Like I wanted, you know, in my interiors, I like leather look, you know. So I get some red, some tans. I got, for the metals, let me get out of the way here. For the metals, I got gunmetal blue. I got gunmetal gray. I got gold, old gold. There's brass. There's natural steel. There's oily steel. Yeah, Taylor. Oh, Taylor. Let me show you this, brother. Yeah, lots of colors. I like grays. I like a lot of gray interior. It's neutral. It works with most all cars. So this whole line of gray here in the back here, Doug, it's right here would be like a medium gray. Right there's a silver gray. You got a gray blue. You got a sky gray, green gray, London gray. I really like the London gray. The London gray is a really, really cool color. Dark gray, a black gray. I know I know it sounds funny hearing a black gray, but if you get resin tires and you have to paint them, if you ever really notice, a tire really ain't flat black. So this black gray is really good. Some of your fan belts and stuff, you could paint them to black gray, is really good. And then you got the natural gray. You got a basalt gray. Sorry, guys. Then you got your regular black. Now this regular black here, it dries flat. They have a gloss black, and they also have mediums. What is called like a some countries they call them varnishes, but basically they're like little glosses. Well, Doug, I hope you come back to the hobby, man. It's a great hobby. There's lots of people on YouTube now that are sharing the hobby. There's tons of information. There's lots and lots to be learned. Then right here is like the gray-green. And then I go into my greens. So, if you're painting figures, you know, just about whatever, Vallejo has the colors for it. If you have time tonight, Doug, and, you know, like Taylor just said at the big show, I really enjoy let me get here so you guys can see this. The ISM guys, they have a live show Tuesdays, which is today. It's 2:30 Central Time here when the show comes on. Tonight is the build night, which a lot of the guys, they'll just be building, hanging out. They talk. It's a certain set of group of guys that do a live show, and so not a whole lot of people can jump in and take part. On Fridays is a better show for finding out what's being sold, what's happened during the week. They show off what we build. They'll take pictures from the internet and shows off what we build. So Friday's more of I don't want to say a news show, but more like a talk show. And tonight's more like a hangout. If you have any questions, you're looking for something, those guys there can help you. No, Taylor, I have a big important position at work. I only get to take off one weekend. I've been on weekends at this distribution center now for 12 years, so my one weekend is spent at my local show that I've attended over the last 25 years. So I don't go to the Salina show, but so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, look what you had mentioned about finding a Malibu. Now the one I have, it's a little rough, and the front end was broke, but it's in the bag, and it has all the lights and bumpers. It has the hood. So I just want to show you that. I know we was talking about that on a show this weekend when you was talking to Sheldon. No, that was from a friend of mine, Jose Rivera. He used to cast a lot of stuff. He since ran into some family issues with his mom and stuff, and he had to get rid of his resin stuff so his mom could move in. And so right there, I've had that cast for for several years, but just never did anything with it. But here it is after the first coat has dried. See how quick that dries too, Doug? That's what I like about the Vallejo paint. It dries that quick. And then you can always go back over it and put a second coat if you didn't like the way it looked or whatnot. If you guys are in need of an airbrush, Minotaur paint, which is a paint by Badger, Stynylrez primer, anything like that, right now Ken over at Badger is running March Madness sale. You can go over there and there's a promo code over there, and your most stuff is 50% off. So go over there and check that out, and support Ken and Badger over there. What do you guys think? The bronze with the silver center, or should I make the whole thing bronze? I kind of like the silver center. And then let's do a big wheel. Alright, looks like the vote is in. Oh, hey, what's up, Rob? Hey, guys, Rob right there, Busted Knuckle Garage. He plays a big part in on my bench. Rob is very supportive. Rob has went out of his way to help me build some dream models of mine. So if you guys ain't subscribed to Rob over there at the Busted Knuckle Garage, go over his picture and go check out his channel and sub to him. And or did they already do their time switch, Taylor? It might just be the pre-show, bud. It might not be the real show. It might just be where they're live and you can talk to each other. It's not them live. Go find out if it's a full live show, bud, and come back and tell me, and I'll jump on over there. Guys, that's a show I really enjoy liking. I built a good friendship with Timothy Ivets, Ivan, Brett, Les, Paul. You got Dan over there. You got Dan, Sam. There's the great group of guys. Especially, you guys could see the different array of stuff that we all build. Paul's working on a couple different planes right now. He does RC cars. He does motorcycles. Timothy Ivets, he builds pretty much everything too. He's also the go-to guy. He'll help you find kit information. Ivan's a young man over there. He spends his time doing the modeling stuff, but he has been doing really good. Alright guys, I'm going to cut this one short today. I'm going to go over there and watch the ISM live guys and build some models along with why they're building. So if you guys want to enjoy a really good show, go over to International Scale Modelers and the ISM, and they're going to have a pretty good live show. So I'm going to finish this one for today. Thanks for spending a couple minutes with me on this Tuesday, and we'll see you guys next week.